Good morning, children. In today's class, we are going to discuss about measurement of length of smaller objects. So, every physical quantity has some measurement of length using some instrument. For example, if I want to measure a time, I need a clock. And if I want to measure a temperature, I need a thermometer. Then it goes on to measure the length, we need a meter scale, etc. So it has a particular limit, accuracy for measurement, and it cannot proceed other than that. Correct limitations. To measure the smaller objects, to measure the diameter of a small ball or a hollow cylinder, we can't use these meter scales or any other instrument. So, in order to measure the smaller objects or to find the diameter or internal depth which is less than 1 centimeter, or less than that, 1 millimeter, at that time we use an instrument known as vernier calipers. So, what is this vernier calipers? Vernier caliper is an instrument which is most commonly used in physics laboratory. Vernier caliper is an instrument which is most commonly used in physics laboratory to measure the length of small objects which could not have been possible in meter scale. So what is vernier? Vernier caliper is an instrument is most commonly used in the physics laboratory to measure the length of small objects which could not have been possible to measure using the meter scales. So the word calipers. So what do you mean by calipers? What is calipers? The vernier caliper was invented by a French mathematician known as Pierre Vernier. It was invented by French mathematician in 1681. Vernier caliper was invented by French mathematician in 1681. The name Pierre Vernier. So the name goes to vernier calipers. So what do you mean by calipers? The word calipers is an instrument. The word calipers means any instrument which has two jaws, fixed jaws. The word calipers means is an instrument with two jaws which is used to determine the diameter of the objects. See, this is the diagram of the picture of the vernier calipers. See, can you able to see this? I hope so. So, the word caliper means any instrument which has two jaws. Can you able to see this? These are called jaws. The upper jaws or lower jaws, which has two jaws, which is used to measure the diameter of the small objects. The word caliper means any instrument which has two jaws, which is used to measure the diameter of the objects. So, the word vernier caliper was invented by a French mathematician in 1681 and a scientist's name is Pierre Vernier. So the name for calipers, vernier calipers, it is given a scientist's name known as vernier calipers. Calipers means it is any instrument which has two jaws which is used to measure the diameter of the objects. So it was invented by a French mathematician, that is Pierre Vernier. So the name is given to the instrument, that is vernier calipers. So let me give the description of the vernier calipers. See. Excuse me. Open the page number 13 in your textbook. Can you able to see this? I hope so, because here in this picture it is not clear. It is not named. See, vernier calipers consist of long rectangular metal strip. I'll explain using this also. Vernier caliper consists a long rectangular metal strip, a scale. It consists a long rectangular metal strip which is graduated with a special, which has a fixed jaw. Vernier calipers, it consists a long rectangular metal strip which has a fixed jaw. This is main scale jaw and this is vernier scale jaw. So this we call it as a jaw. This is the lower jaw. This is the upper jaw. Or it is also called as external jaws and internal jaws. So vernier scale consists of long rectangular metal strip which has a fixed jaw. Can you able to see this? This is a fixed jaw of the main scale on one end. So this is a long rectangular metal strip which has a fixed jaw only at one end, not at the other end. It has a jaw, only one jaw at one side. It consists of a long rectangular metal strip which has a fixed jaw on one end. It is graduated in inches. So it is graduated in inches in the upper end and centimeter in the lower end. So it is graduated in the, it is not given here, but so in the upper scale, upper end, upper side, it is graduated in the inches, whereas the lower side it is graduated in centimeters. That we call it as a main scale. So understand, this is the main scale. It is the vernier caliper consists of long rectangular metal strip which has a fixed jaw. This is the fixed jaw at one end and it is graduated in inches. In the upper side it is in inches. It is graduated in inches in the upper side and it is in centimeter in the other side, which is called a main scale. So this scale is called as a main scale. Here also I show. So this is called as a main scale. Okay. So next I have explained about the main scale. So it has one fixed jaw. In the upper end it is in inches, marked in inches. At the lower end it is marked in centimeter. That we call it as a main scale. So next coming to vernier scale. So where we see the vernier scale, there is a movable rectangular metal strip. The vernier scale is movable. It is not fixed. In rectangular, long rectangular metal scale, there is a small movable rectangular metal strip. So this we call it as a vernier scale. There is a movable rectangular metal strip which is graduated with a special relation to the main scale. So it has some relation to the main scale. This vernier scale is a movable rectangular metal strip which is graduated with a special relation to the main scale, which is called as a vernier scale. So in the main scale there is a small rectangular metal strip which is graduated with a special relation to the main scale and it is movable, which is called as a vernier scale. Which slides over long metal strip. So this vernier scale slides over long metal strip. It is not fixed. And also this vernier scale also has one jaw at one end. So vernier scale also has one jaw at the end, which is similar to main scale. And so main scale also has one fixed jaw to the opposite side. So these jaws are opposite. Okay, there is one scale. There is one jaw in the vernier scale also. So there is a movable rectangular metal strip which is graduated with a special relation to the main scale, that is vernier scale, which slides over long metal strip. Okay, it has a jaw similar to, can you able to see the jaw? This is the main scale jaw and this is the vernier scale jaw. There is a jaw similar to that of the main scale. So where we use this jaw and how we use this jaw, these jaws. These jaws are used to hold objects firmly to measure the diameter of the small objects, which is not possible in the meter scale. See, in order to measure the diameter of a sphere, we use this jaws. Okay, we use this jaws to hold the objects firmly, tightly, and to find the diameter of the objects. It could not have been possible to measure the diameter of the small objects, that is sphere, using the meter scale. Only by using this vernier scale, we can measure the diameter of the sphere, hollow cylinder. Okay, so there is a movable small rectangular metal strip which is graduated with a special relation to the main scale, that is called as a vernier scale, which slides over a long metal strip. Similar to that of the main scale, there is a jaw. These jaws are used to hold the objects firmly and to measure the diameter of the objects here, which could not have been possible in the meter scale. So, these jaws, there are two jaws here. These jaws are called as lower jaws or external jaws. These jaws are called lower jaws or external jaws. Similar to that, these jaws are called lower jaws and external jaws, and which are generally used to measure these lower jaws are generally used to measure the diameter of sphere and hollow cylinders. These lower jaws or external jaws are used to measure the diameter of the sphere and hollow cylinder. These jaws are extended. Can you even see this? These jaws are extended to the other side. These jaws are extended to other side. That we call it as the internal jaws or the upper jaws. So the lower jaws are extended to other side, and these jaws are called as upper jaws or internal jaws. Internal jaws, which are generally used to measure the internal diameter of the hollow cylinder. These upper jaws or internal jaws are used to measure the internal diameter of a hollow cylinders. Lower jaws are used to measure the diameter of sphere and hollow cylinders, and this upper jaws, this is lower and this upper jaws are used to measure the internal diameter of hollow cylinders. Can you able to see? There are two big jaws, that one for upper side is called upper jaws or internal jaws, and lower is called lower jaws or external jaws. And again, whether you can able to see this, there is also a metal strip attached at back of the vernier scale. There is also a metal strip attached at back of the vernier scale, which is used to measure the internal diameter, internal depth of hollow cylinders. See, there is also a metal strip attached at back of the vernier calipers. There is also this teeth. There is also a metal strip attached at back of the vernier calipers, which is used to measure the internal depth of the cylinder. instrument works on the principle known as vernier principle. According to this principle, a length x is given, or length x is divided into. According to this principle, a length x is divided into n and n minus 1 divisions. According to this principle, a given length is divided into n and n minus 1 divisions. So the upper scale is n minus 1 and the lower scale is n. So the lower scale has 10 centimeters till, but as upper scale has only till 9 millimeter. So it has the vernier calipers works on the principle as vernier principle. According to this, a given length is divided into n and n minus 1 smaller divisions, which are represented by two scales, that is scale A and scale B. Let us say that the distance of 9 mm is, which is divided into n divisions. So a distance of 9 mm is divided into n divisions, and 10 mm is divided into 10 divisions. So it is not in 10 millimeter, it is in centimeter. Okay. So a given length x is divided into n and n minus 1 smaller divisions. Each division which is represented by two scales. So these two divisions are represented by two scales, that is scale A and scale B. Scale A and scale B is not equal, they are different. So let us say that the distance of 9 mm is divided into 9 divisions. The distance of 9 mm which have written on the scale B, the distance of 9 mm which have written on the scale B is divided into 9 divisions. Can you see this? From 0 till 9. So, and the distance of 10 divisions is divided into, the distance of 10 centimeter is divided into 10 divisions. This works according to the vernier calipers, works according to the principle vernier, according to vernier principle. Here, in this principle, a length is divided into n and n minus 1 smaller divisions, which are represented by two scales. Let us say that the distance 9 mm is divided into 9 divisions, and that is on the scale B, and the distance 10 is centimeters divided into 10 divisions on the scale A, that is on the other side. So we can write 10 divisions of scale A equals 9 divisions of scale A. Can we able to write 10 divisions of scale B? Sorry, it is not. It is scale A and this is scale B. 10 divisions of scale B equals 9 divisions of scale A. 10 divisions of scale B is equals to 9 divisions of scale A. So 10 scale B, 9 scale A. 10 divisions of scale B. In the lower side, it has two scales, scale A and scale B. So the upper side is called scale A and the lower side is called scale B. In the upper scale, 9 mm, distance 9 mm is divided into 9 divisions,